At 11, police are on the scene of a deadly shooting in downtown LA tonight. Two men, one of them armed, got into a heated argument in the 700th block of Spring Street. Detectives tell Eyewitness News one of the men opened fire and then took off running. Yellow crime scene tape surrounds a large area as investigators look at surveillance video for more clues that will help them track down the killer.
Hey man, stay safe world. You already know what's going on. We got to talk about this situation with Houston, Texas rapper Sauce Walka, man. Basically, he was caught up lacking in Los Angeles. Well, they thought he was lacking, and then someone apparently tried to steal his chains off of his neck, and Sauce Walka said he wasn't.
I here understand this. Everybody don't go. Everybody don't go and everybody ain't going, and I'm one of them people that's not going. So unfortunately tonight somebody lost their life for doing something stupid, and I don't know how it happened or what was going on.
And he ended up catching a body legally according to California law, man. We're gonna get right into the whole incident and everything that occurred, but before we do, man, I'm gonna need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, and we gonna run this up. So Sauce Walka even went out of his way to say that being a rapper is one of the dangerous professions that you can have really in this world right now. And obviously some people that have to do with the like army and shit like that will probably feel some type of way towards that statement, but when it comes to like creative fields, a rapper is definitely one of the more dangerous professions, because apparently someone came up to him in the middle of downtown LA in broad daylight and tried him, and they ended up losing his life in response to that situation, man. It's sad. Sauce Walka even kind of went on a rant and said that like he doesn't want black men to think that that's the way to go about things, stealing shit. But what can you really do when you're hungry and have no money, you know? At the end of the day, like, who was just like walking outside? But you know how it goes. It's just LA. Like last week we were talking about Quando Rondo. This week we were talking about this shit, man. It's crazy, man. So let's get into the whole incident. So at around 6:45, police went up to a scene. They heard that there was gunshots in the area in Spring Street in downtown LA. Basically, they arrived on scene. Witnesses said that they had seen some type of argument occur on Spring Street outside of an apartment, basically. And on Citizen, the alert actually said that it was someone had gotten shot and then like a suspect had ran. That's all it had said. And when I first had seen this alert, because I'm actually close to the situation and where it occurred, I was like, damn. Even in my head, I don't know why, but I was like, yo, something tells me this is rap related. Because the last shooting that occurred in a semi-nice area in LA was something that had to do with Quando Rondo, and there was like a whole incident with that. But then it turns out that at 6:45 p.m. on the 700 block of Spring Street, or between 7th and 8th Street, the officers basically arrived on scene and they saw the victim suffering from a single gunshot wound. And then the shooter, believed to be in his 30s, and the victim involved were in an argument before the shooting, crew said, which was an officer. The suspect ran from the scene in an unknown direction. The victim was pronounced dead. Apparently, there's even another twist in the situation, but basically, another person that basically came out and is close with the person that got shot. But apparently, there was like some type of altercation. I mean, like, that apparently occurred, and they're saying that Sauce Walka's actually lying about the whole situation that went down, and that there wasn't actually a robbery, and they actually knew each other. And it's gonna be like interesting to see like what exactly happened, you know, like if this is really the case and the police are really maybe they're gonna thoroughly investigate this shit. But you really don't even know, man, at this type of rate, because it's like the way that like if there wasn't really cameras showing it, and it could have been some type of altercation. Apparently they're saying that somebody like went up to the dude, and then like Sauce Walka just shot the guy for no reason, basically, when it wasn't even a robbery, it was an altercation or something like that. There was actually a leaked like Instagram story that said that basically that Sauce Walka was lying and people were only just believing it because he was famous. Police say they do not believe the shooting was gang related. So filling in more context, Sauce Walka basically went on his live and basically said that he ended up killing someone over chains that they had attempted to grab off of him, man. So in my situation that I believe happened is maybe Sauce Walka. I even saw some comments on Citizen that basically said this is like a known place that like trappers be staying at. So maybe someone tried him, a random person on the street, and then Sauce Walka ended up drawing quicker. It looked like Sauce Walka had like a scrape on his face when he was talking. Also, when you look at the video of the carnage and what happened at the end of it after the person died, because the video basically leaked, you see that the person was laying down with the blammer, man. It's definitely some dark shit and it's super crazy. I can't even believe that this even happened. And I mean, I could totally believe it. I don't know why I said I can't believe it. I just can't believe it happened in daylight. But it's like, if you're a rapper, you're like prime target number one in LA, especially when you have chains. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter who you're associated with. This is why, like, I don't know if you've been watching No Jumper and stuff. A lot of gang members have been saying you got to tap in when you're out here for protection, because it's like, man, it's crazy out here that people are really that crazy to do that. But it's not surprising, man. You see like people be like robbing Rolexes and all types of shit like that. So if they see it come up like that, it might not even be something that's like, oh yeah, this is some crazy shit like out of the ordinary. Like, this is something that probably happens on an everyday basis. These rappers get tried. But I just feel like that there's a lot more to the incident that's probably not being told, because if he apparently ran from the scene, he must have called the police or something. He had to, because that's the only way he'd not be in custody right now. You know, if after you kill someone in self-defense, especially in California, you're probably going to be in some type of custody, right? But I mean, unless they were able to get the evidence, I mean, it's pretty clear the dude had a gun and Sauce Walka had a gun and his shit was legal and he's okay. Then it's in California, people mistaken that it's not really a stand your ground state, but it really is. Like, you could do that shit and not get in trouble for it, man. So it's just like an unfortunate situation, but it just shows the state of the economy right now. And I know people personally that would still risk that shit and rob a celebrity rapper or whatever, just based off the fact that they have that shit and they want it and they need to come up right now, man. It's expensive as fuck in California. So it's all that really you can look forward to, man, is like a robbery when you catch someone lacking, especially in this city when there's so many rappers. They come here, they see the palm trees, they think it's nice and safe. It's like, nah, man. As you see with Quando and as you see with Sauce Walka, you gotta play the utmost caution and be careful when you're out here, man. But let me know in the comments what y'all think. Y'all think it was a different situation, Sauce Walka didn't end up catching this body, or you think it was something else, man? Let me know in the comments. Real say shit. You already know what's going on.